Tristan, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, there I am. Can you see me?
I can't see you.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I just put the video on. Um, okay, enable that. There we go.
I don't see you yet.
Oh.
Hang on, maybe it just needs a minute.
Oh.
Okay, it's a little delayed into Beatnik. I see like 30 people on in there. Okay.
I thought I put the video.
I still don't see you though.
That's so weird. Okay, let me go back to this and see. Speaker.
Did you hit start video?
Where is that button?
It should be like down for me on the left side. I see a mute and then a start or stop video.
Oh, I see the mute, but it just says, hold on. Maybe should I leave and come back?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry guys, we're just trying to stream this live into Facebook as well so that everybody can get their hands on it. So just a little bit of a learning curve for her, but she's gonna pop back on in a second. Meanwhile, go ahead and say hello, whether you're joining us on the actual Zoom live or within Beatnik. Would love to see who is on, what you're looking forward to most. If you guys have questions, hey Courtney, please feel free to ask those. And as she's talking, I will try to look at both of these feeds and just see what kind of questions you guys have. And if she can answer those, she definitely will. Hey ladies, I see a lot of people talking into Beatnik as well. So cool, I'm glad that it's working over there. We're just waiting on Tristan to pop back on. She is trying to figure out her situation. So hang tight just 1 second. We want to make sure that you can see her, obviously. She's very animated and I want you guys to be able to, she's probably going to like show you the phone and all that good stuff. I'm looking forward to this training just as much as you guys are. And I'm going to share with her how excited I am as well. But I feel like it's such a new platform. And I am no pro by any means when it comes to TikTok. So I'm really excited to hear what she has to say and get going. It looks like she says that she's waiting for it to load. Let's see. I don't see her popping back on. I wonder if she needs the new. Version or not. Thank you guys for being patient. Just one. There she is. 1 second.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I see myself, but it's not like, it's not showing any buttons to like start the video. It's so weird.
Okay, maybe I need to like add you.
Let me see.
Hold on, promote to panelists. This might work.
There we go.
I see, I still don't see you.
Oh, hold on. Why? What's wrong with my
Do you
video?
see the option now though?
Yeah. And it won't let me, maybe it's my computer. Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Let me try this again. This has never happened before.
I know. I think it's just because we're streaming in live, it may be wanting like the latest version or whatever.
Okay, now I'm gonna try this again.
Thank you guys for being patient. We're figuring it out. Hang tight.
Oh, it says you can't start your video because the host has stopped it. That's weird.
Oh,
That's
hold on.
weird.
Make host. Let's do that. There she is. Okay, cool. Wow, sorry, technical difficulties there. We're TikTok pros, but we do not know how to get on live together, so that's new. Okay.
My
All
bad.
right, thank you guys for being patient. No, that was my bad, I think, because I had it in like webinar view or something versus just like a regular Zoom. Anywho, always learning. Um, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nikki, and I am the founder of Beatnik. And I'm excited tonight because we are having a extra team call this week because we're going to be talking with Tristan, who's joining us today. And she is one of my coaches. She's amazing. She's a mom of two, and she has like blown up on TikTok recently. And anytime I see it happen, I'm like, how'd you do it? What'd you do? So she was like, hey, do you want me to like share some stuff that might help some people? I said, please, because I know I want to take all the notes. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and hand it over to you, Tristan. If I'm going to be looking at both of these feeds to see if they ask questions maybe that you might miss, and then we can like go over that at the end.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I've been on TikTok just since March, and it's really funny because Lauren Lee, if anybody knows her, she's one of Nikki's other local coaches here in Louisville, where we live. She had been telling me to join TikTok for the longest time, like since like September maybe, and I was like, I don't really know anything about TikTok, but finally in March, she was like, just join it, just join TikTok. You would love it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to download it. Pandemic had just happened and I wasn't about to go anywhere. And so I was like, okay, well, let me see what what the hype is about. And so I downloaded the app, and like in the beginning, it like asked questions like what I was, my interests and things that I like. So I put like dance and music and comedy and stuff like that. And so I did my first like dance challenge, which was Beyonce, or I found my first one, which was Beyonce, which is actually how I got hooked. And that one didn't even go viral or anything. Like it was just for fun. Like, and I also just want to preface this. I've literally just been having fun and entertaining myself on there. Like that's what I've been doing the entire time. None of it, I never thought anything was going to blow up. I just literally was like, I can't go anywhere, so I might as well dance all day. And TikTok is a great way to do it. Or prank my husband. That's another thing that's so much fun on there. Which also he will not do a TikTok with me now since my last prank. But anyway, so I found like this Beyonce dance, this dance to a Beyonce song, and I got hooked trying to learn. That dance had a whoa in it. I don't know if anybody knows what the whoa is. It's like a dance. It's really hard. It's harder than it looks. That is what got me hooked because I was like, I have to learn how to whoa. So I just like fell down a rabbit hole and was just looking at all kinds of like videos on there and just finding all kinds of different like dance accounts. Like for me, dance is like, I love dance. So that's like kind of my thing on there. You don't have to dance to be on TikTok at all. There's so many more things. There's so many more things on there than dance. But I fell down the rabbit hole through dance. And so then I just started finding different, like there's this thing on there called For You page. And that's kind of like where other videos show up on your feed, kind of like on Instagram if you go to search, except For You page, like you don't have to search for it. It's just always shows up on there, and that's where the feeds are. And that's how your video goes viral also. And so I would see like different dance challenges, and I would try them. And then I saw that there was like another avenue to it where it was just like, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to do a dance challenge, but there would just be like different like nostalgic music challenges or whatever. And I think my first video that went viral was it was like the comparison of how teenagers dance now to how we danced as a teenager. And literally when I made that video, I was just like laughing at myself. I was just like, it was just for my entertainment. I was like, this is how the kids dance now, but this is how we used to. And I had no idea that it was just gonna like blow up. And so basically what happens is your video reaches the For You page, reaches a lot of people's For You page. And if they save it or like it or comment, TikTok's algorithm just kind of like shoots it out to more people. And so another cool thing about TikTok is that their algorithm is so much nicer than Instagram's and Facebook's, because it doesn't like, one thing, like you can make a video and it was like 3 months ago and it didn't get any views, but their algorithm, they will wake up your videos at different random times and just shoot it out to For You page. So I had a few videos go viral from months ago that I didn't even know were going to, because TikTok just like took it and started shooting it out on the For You page, if that makes sense. And so anyway, I started following like 2 specific accounts that I'm going to share on here for you guys, that gave tips on just like making TikTok videos and engaging with people on TikTok. And one of the main things that I've found like that really takes you a lot longer, further away, I guess, than like Facebook or Instagram, is really engaging with the people who engage with me. Like I comment back to every single person that comments on my videos, even if it's viral. It might take a little bit longer. I actually got put in TikTok jail a few times because I was commenting too fast. I was just trying to like get through it, and then they banned me from commenting for like 12 hours or something like that. But so I take my time. If it's like a viral video, I don't do it all in one day, but I make sure like this account that I follow, her name is Ashley Rose Reeves. I'll type that in here so you guys can search her. She gives a lot of tips, but one of the tips that she shared that I took was commenting back, engaging with people, especially the first 30 minutes that you post something. First comment, second comment, like just comment back and engage with people, because that actually, people have mentioned so many times, like my followers and friends on there, that they really appreciate you commenting them back, that they appreciate you engaging with them. And it's the same as like Instagram or Facebook as well, or I guess Facebook's like completely different, but Instagram, when growing your account on there, you know, it means a lot to comment and engage with the people who are engaging with you. And so that's huge. I definitely make sure that if somebody comments on my video, I comment back and I engage with them. And I don't mean just like emojis or anything. I mean like actual, like, you know, treat the people like they're people and not numbers. And so that was something that she had shared that really helped me. Another thing is on my videos. So I do a lot of dance videos on there mostly. But if I have like a story to tell, I do it with my dance videos. And people love, like, I don't know if you guys have seen this on your For You page, if you're on TikTok, but people love the videos where you have the, like, what are those? The text bubbles, and you like point to them. People love those. They love them. I had no idea. Like, I think I saw someone else say, they were like, yeah, I made one of those videos and my account like doubled in followers. And I was like, well, okay, let me see. I'm going to try to do this. And I did. And I was just like pointing to different things. I was like, if you joined because, you're in quarantine, you're a mom, and you're a millennial and you love like 90s and 2000s. I was just like naming different things about myself, because also TikTok puts you in groups with people like you. And so if you're on their For You page, you have like a ton of things in common. It's actually kind of creepy, but it's really cool, because they're just like you. And so I made one and I just pointed to all these things. And if you're this, this, and this, and then at the end I put, then we should be friends. And I used, another tip is always use trending songs. So the songs that you constantly see on your For You page, those are trending songs. And so if you want your stuff to be seen, if there's a specific video that you want to be seen, make sure you're using a sound that you're like seeing blow up. And so I did like I can't remember the name of the song, but it was like maybe a 12-second video. And I was just like pointing to stuff, and it got like 40,000 likes. And I like, as I was going into it, I was like, we'll just see. I'm just going to see if this happens. And people, they love when you're like, when it's those type of videos, when you're pointing to the text. And then the other one with text is huge. TikTok is nothing like Instagram when it comes to like polished, like aesthetics or whatever. It does not matter at all. It's really all about just the creativity and like authenticity. It doesn't have to be pretty at all. And so you can have, like, when you're looking at like your feed and your page, it's okay if you have a bunch of text all over your page, because it's telling people who are coming to look at your page, it tells about you. Like, that's how they see it, because TikTok is like it's really a lot like Instagram stories. So when you're like sharing your Instagram stories, you're telling, especially like on your workouts, and you're telling a story, people are more likely to watch, you know? So texts are okay. And it's better to really put text on your videos when you're doing TikToks, because people, you know, they might not always have the sound on, or even if they do, people love to read your story. And so I even did, I did one where I told a story about, I did one of me and my family, and it was like, just like it was just pictures like going from, you know, when me and my husband first met to us and the kids, um, or just like telling a story about really anything. People love stories. They like, that's how they can get to know you. And so just think about the things that you enjoy and that you really like to see. Like, think about the people you love to follow and the things that like crack you up, or that are inspire you, or that you really want to try, and post those type of things. But always use trending songs. And you don't have to tell a story every single video, but telling stories every now and then, saying something. You could be talking about your day, you could be talking about how nervous you were to make that video. Like, I almost didn't make this, but you know, I've just been having so much fun, I decided to do it, or whatever, you know. People love those kind of like videos on there where you're just, you know, telling them about yourself. And so that's one thing that, like, I noticed those type of videos go viral, like when you're telling a story, when you have text in it, and it doesn't have to be pretty again, y'all. Like, I have videos who on there that are not with my ring light. Like, I have my ring light right now so y'all can see me, because we're missing some light bulbs in the light above the table. So I have my ring light so y'all can see. But you don't really need good lighting or anything like that. It's really just about like the creativity, and just like, people can tell when you're having fun, you know, and just have fun with it. Like, it doesn't have to be pretty or anything like that. But the things that help are trending songs, and the little text bubbles. And that's a great one to start too. If you just got on there and you haven't done anything like that, like, go ahead and make a video like that tomorrow to find some more people like you. And I've made some really good friends on there who we like exchange numbers and just like FaceTime each other and hang out. And it's really cool. TikTok is like, I did not expect to make so many friends from it. I'm trying to think if I made a list of like all the
I mean,
stuff.
you can say anything you want. I was just responding to just some of the comments. I agree. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, which is so nice, because it's like on Instagram, it got to this like, oh, the aesthetics of it all just like needs to look so good and whatever. And that's what made me start liking stories on Instagram, because it didn't have to be that way, and it could just be thrown together and lots of text and caption and all that stuff. So to like come over there, and I think it's just so much more relaxed too. Like, people are willing to open up more and be more themselves and funnier and a little more raunchy, and like, they just don't care as much. And I think that's the thing too, is like, anytime you do get like those trolls, those people who are mean or whatever, you get so many people who are like, get over it, like, this is TikTok, where are you, like, it's a joke, you know. I was like, I loved it. So I'm just taking all the notes right now.
Yes, that's one of my favorite things about it too, is that like, and there are actually TikToks about how you can really be yourself on TikTok, but you don't want your friends on Instagram or Facebook to find your TikTok, because it's where you're like finally just like letting loose.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like what it's been for me, because I've, you know, and you know, on my Instagram, I would dance all the time and just like have music on there. TikTok is the place where, and I still do that on, you know, I still just share things that I love, but TikTok is a place where you can just like really let loose as much as you want with the things that you love and the things that bring you joy. And there's like no judgment for it or anything like that. People are like applauding. They want to see you unapologetically you.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I think my struggle business wise, because right now I'm just over there like, this is doing probably nothing for my business, but it's the one app that makes me laugh the most. Like if I'm going to choose one of the 3 or 4 social media platforms to get on at the end of the night, it's going to be TikTok, because I know it's going to make me laugh. But I think I'm struggling, and I started TikTok, and maybe you guys did too, just to try to speed up videos for my workouts to put them on Instagram. So like none of them had captions or hashtags or whatever, and I was over there just kind of grinding out videos, not with the intention of anybody to see them, but just so I could use them other places. And now I want to weave them in a way that'll help me grow both ways. I want to grow on TikTok, but I want it to also be benefiting my business. So I don't
Yeah.
know if you have anything on that end that could help.
Yeah, definitely. So whenever doing a workout video on there, definitely make sure you're always using music. Because if you have a workout, if you're sharing your workouts and there's no sound and it shows up on someone's For You page, they can't hear anything. They'll most likely scroll past it because it doesn't have any sound. And so if you are, one thing that can really help, and I've seen Tori do like her video, she also blew up on there, and she has a lot of like, most of her things are fitness based. And she branches out and does other things on there too. But one thing I see in her videos on there is that she's always telling a story. And she's always using music. She's always using trending songs, especially. So if you want like your workout videos to be seen, you want it to inspire somebody, pick like one of the songs that's like blowing up right now, trending song, put that on top of your video, and then add some text to it talking about your story and sharing like what you want. Yeah, music, it will definitely change. It'll change the game.
Great question on that, because here's why I haven't done that, because I'm sure it's there. I just haven't figured it out. So I do the 60-second workout videos versus like a 15-second clip.
Okay.
Are the songs, most of the song clips I find are like 15 seconds. And so then I struggle and I'm like, how do I put this together? And then I just don't put it together.
Yeah. You could, if you wanted to use like a certain song, you can just search it in the search bar. And sometimes they have versions of those songs that are a little bit longer. But 15 seconds, honestly, 15 seconds is long enough to share, to like tell, like, and the account that I'm going to share, Ashley Rose Reeves, she shows you how to put text in there. I learned from everything that I've learned as far as like text stuff, like with putting like stories and stuff on there, it's been from her. And you can put so much into 15 seconds. Like you can fit so many things in there. It doesn't have to be 60 seconds long. It can be 15 seconds or 20 seconds. Probably 15 would be like the shortest amount that you would do with workout videos and trying to like share a story. But also you could just find some longer songs on there. Like, what was that one song that's still, that I don't think the song is ever gonna die. It's the one that's like, I Surrender, that one. That one is like really long. A lot of people use that for like inspirational videos and workout videos and like weight loss stories. And there's another song too. I have to, once I remember it, I'll write it in here. But 15 seconds is a good place to start. I wouldn't go any shorter than that because then like the texts are just going to be like so fast. But 15 to 20 seconds, you could share a lot in there. You can just kind of like play around with it as far as putting your text in there and sharing what you want to share. And if that was that helpful?
Yeah. One of the questions was like she's new to TikTok. How do you create the actual video and then get the text bubbles to pop up?
Yeah, so that one, it's really not as hard as it looks at all. It's actually not hard at all. You just, you just go like at the bottom of the screen. I wonder if I can pull it up.
Yeah, see if you can pull it up. Like if you actually go in.
Yeah, so like go to, oh, there's Ashley. That's a girl that I follow. That's like, she's giving a tip right now. But at the bottom, at the right hand corner, the bottom there, that is the track. And so like if you see a video and you want to use that same sound, you tap that. And then at the bottom of it, the red bar, That's how you create the video. Here's a trick for anybody who might not know. If you don't want it to start on you like while you're like pressing record, there's a little button here that says timer, and you can give yourself either 3 seconds or 10, and then it'll count down and then record.
It's always so funny when you see people like run back. Like, they definitely don't know there's a timer option.
I didn't know that for the longest time when I first got TikTok. I was like, how are people doing this? I'm like running to my spot.
Wesley actually showed me. She's like, Mom. The other thing that when the same question, going back to that same question, well, also to play off of yours, Tristan, and I'm no TikTok expert, but where she pushed that sound, and if you're not ready to use that sound, like you want to save it for later, you can add it to favorites, and it will save all your favorite sounds. So when you go back and you feel like you have the time, or you've showered, if you feel like you want to put yourself together a little bit or whatever, you can go back and use the ones so you don't miss them and like where'd they go.
Yes, and you can do that with videos too. Like if you see a video and you're like, ooh, I really want to learn that dance, or I want to do that, whatever that trend is, you can go to the video on there.
And you need to play around with it. Like it's gonna, so you can save them to all these different areas. You can save hashtags, you can save sounds, videos, like whatever. And the other thing, you just need to go in and start practicing. Like there's this 15-second option, there's a 60-second option. Someone said, how do you put them all together? What I do is I just hit multiple at the bottom once I go in. And when you hit multiple, it allows you, at first it was limiting me, I think, to like 8, and now you can do a bunch. And you can add them all together. And then even when you go in to put your text in, like
once you save the video, you have like a little text and you can type in the text, and then once you type it in, I'm just gonna put like letters.
Put your phone over just a little bit, Tristan.
Oh, dang it, sorry. You can hold on to it, or you tap it, and then you have an option to set duration, and so you can make it as long as you want, and that's how you tell a story. And you can put a bunch of text at the same time and then change the duration for each one to tell a story.
So put all your bubble text together, however many different bubbles you want, then go in and set your duration. And by that, she means like, okay, the first bubble is going to go for 1 second to 3 seconds. And then this second bubble, I want it to go from second 4 to 7 or whatever. And then it ends up where it's one of those videos where you can point and it disappears type of thing.
Yeah, it's not as hard. It's not hard at all, y'all. It's actually a ton of fun to do. Yeah. And Ashley, I'm going to share her name on there, on here. Or should I type it in here? Or I guess
just type it in, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And she has videos on her account, like, and she's probably got like 200,000 followers or something like that. Her niche or whatever, niche, however you say it. She, just gives tips every day, just like gives tips on how to use the app, basically, how to put videos together, how to put the text on there, how to learn dances if you want to like learn dances. She actually learned from her, and she's not a dancer or anything. She's just like super knowledgeable and like really, really helpful. And I learned how to learn dances like an easier way from her, because she puts it all on her feed. And so I'm gonna put her name on here.
Yeah. Another question is, she started TikTok to create workout videos, no music, same as me. But then she branched out and had some of them hit like over 12,000 views, which was a lot for her. And her question is like, should I clean up my account now and gear it towards my viewers now? Or do you think just like moving forward?
Okay, so another thing about the algorithm. So if you guys remember when I said before, like they'll take your video that you made 3 months ago and shoot it out to the For You page. Like you never know when they're going to. And so I would advise not to ever delete your stuff, unless, I mean, when it comes to like, if you do have like a bunch of older videos that don't have sound, you can delete those if they've already like gotten views, like it's already been on the For You page. You can probably delete those, but moving forward, I would say you don't need to delete a bunch of stuff. You can just start now, you know, just start like building and making like a nice little cushion, like of a feed, you know, where you're just having fun and doing whatever it is that you're going to be doing on there. And so, but I would say definitely don't delete your stuff. If it doesn't have sound, I'm actually kind of unsure. I don't really know. I mean, I would say if it doesn't have sound, you probably could delete it, but they say not to delete your stuff on TikTok. This is for the stuff with sound, because it's telling TikTok they can't really rely on your content to like send it out to the For You page. And so if it doesn't have sound, I mean, you probably could, if there's not like a lot of value in it, then you can go ahead and delete it. But moving forward, if you make something and you post it and it doesn't get views, keep it up there. Because you never know when your post is going to wake up, is what they say, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What about hashtags? Do you think?
Yeah. So hashtags, it's kind of like Instagram, except it's like way more reliable. If you use your hashtags, they're going to send your videos to the people who are also using those hashtags. And so as far as like using like For You page and For You and all that, you don't need to use any of those, or viral or whatever. You don't need to use those hashtags. Those actually implicate like spam sometimes, or they can do that. So you want to use hashtags that are relevant to you. So like if you're like stay-at-home mom, or if you're a boy mama, or if you're a millennial mom, if you're a mom who dances, moms of TikTok, millennials of TikTok, over 30 club, or over 25, those type of hashtags are like really useful. And then when you do go to post, the hashtags that they recommend, the ones that are trending, I always put at least one or two of those in there. If it's not anything like random, like pet store or something, but like if it's like something else, like, you know, what I'd wear, which is I think was a hashtag that was trending today. I usually use at least one of their trending ones, and then a whole bunch of other ones of like the people that I want to see my stuff, the people that I want to reach. And so, and there are tons on there. Like if you just think about the things about yourself, what you enjoy. If you're a millennial, if you're Generation Z, or even if you're Generation X, you can use that hashtag. Or if you're like pranking your husband, you could put like, you know, husband prank on husband, and stuff like that. Their hashtags they actually like send you to those people, which is really cool.
Okay, cool. Anybody else have other questions? I'm like, sorry, I'm looking down because I'm like going into TikTok and I'm like looking at certain things as you say certain stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for, I had like notes too. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything.
Anyone else have specific questions to TikTok, growth, whatever? Where can you find hashtags?
Another thing is posting at least, on there, I post like at least twice a day. If you don't have time to make, sometimes I have days where I make a bunch of videos and I just save them to my drafts, and then, you know, throughout the day I'll post them, you know, or throughout the week or whatever. And so another thing that really helps the algorithm is if you're posting like 2 to 3 times a day. It doesn't have to be 3, y'all, but at least once a day will help the algorithm.
That's how Instagram started. I remember everybody needs to post 3 to 5 times a day.
That's exactly what it made me think of. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, whoa.
So much. But the cool thing is with TikTok, there's so many things to choose from. Like, it doesn't have to be, it never gets boring. It's always so entertaining. So there's always something, like, I know for me, there's always something I want to do. I'm like, ooh, I want to do that next, or I want to do this, you know? But it's just so much fun. And you could do like 2. There was one day I think I did 5. I think I was so bored that day.
I get ready, because that does not happen all the time. I'm just like gonna bust out a few, and then like you said, so someone said, can you publish a video after the fact? So yes, you can share them to drafts, you can publish them later, you can go back after you've published them to TikTok and share them to Instagram stories or your feed or Facebook or whatever, like all that. Do you think posting over to Instagram or whatever your platform is from TikTok makes a difference.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. It's just the way, I mean, wait, like, what do you mean? Like if it,
Like, I didn't know if it helps your traction to
oh,
share it over to the other platform, because then it's like, well, they're seeing it there. Are they going to go over to TikTok? I don't know. I'm always torn. Like, do I share it on my actual feed and then they don't need to go to TikTok, or do I share it in my stories so that they're more intrigued to go over to TikTok and follow me?
oh yeah. I would say both. Like, sharing on your stories, people love, I mean, TikTok is just, it's so entertaining. Like there's no reason not to. People are going to look at it and they probably are going to visit your TikTok if you're sharing on your stories. And it's just another thing that you can share to show another side of you on your Instagram story so people can see that. And then they will be more inclined to go follow you on TikTok to see that side of you more, if they
Yeah.
don't see much on Instagram. But I would say like, yeah, posting it on your stories and on your feed. Yeah. And I think it's one of those things now that's like trending too. Like people are kind of looking for TikToks. Like what's the next?
Yeah. And Ashley, she was talking about being a teacher. First of all, there is like, I know there are some like bad language, but there's also clean versions. So if you're ever like looking for a specific one, when you're searching it, just search for the clean option, being a teacher or like working in a school. But I will say, and I'm not even a teacher anymore, but I guess like these teachers are all popping up on my feed. Um, the teachers are the ones that are cracking me up, because they are like blowing up through quarantine on TikTok, like just being funny about their job and getting students on Zooms. And like, I mean, none of that's like inappropriate. It's just hilarious humor that everybody can understand. And it's not like you're being nasty or derogatory or whatever, but it's hilarious. And so I've seen both male and female teachers like crushing it there.
Teachers are hilarious on there. And also, and Ashley, Ashley Rose Reeves, I put her name down in the chat. Everything that she does, every song that she does, she always sends trending songs. They're always the edited version. So you can follow her and then get them from her too. Like I always get, if there's a song that's like just a little too much language, I will go ahead and go to her page. Like I know she's got the clean version and I just save it to my favorites.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to see if anyone else, any other questions? There's a lot of people over on this like live in Beatnik. I just posted Ashley's info over there too.
Oh, good.
Anybody else? Okay. Well, I mean, I'm excited now. I feel like I'm going to be adding music to all of my workout video ones. I'm going to figure out how to find longer versions. I do feel like text captions are good, because I feel like the same in Instagram stories. Like, I'm not always listening to people if they're just talking with no caption. Like, if they tell me what they're talking about, then I'll stop if I'm intrigued. So I like that. And then I've never done one of the like pointing text bubbles. I see them all the time. So I'm gonna try one of those.
Yeah, that one helped. Like honestly, that day I had 2 videos go viral. One was the one I did with Duncan. And so, but that one I think added like a few thousand. I don't know.
I feel like if you can get your significant other in on it, it's always good. Like the ones, Boom and I had a date night, and I was like, come on. And he like had a drink. He's like, all right, I'll do it. And we ended up doing like 4 or 5 that night, and I just saved them all.
Yeah.
And those ones always did so well. But the one that got me hooked was, it's so funny. You said one of your first ones was where you were comparing like dance moves.
Yeah.
And one of the first, not the first ones I did, but one of the first ones outside of a workout video that I did was just literally, I was doing dishes and watching these TikToks. And it was one about like the way you used to dance back before kids and then now. And it was like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And I got so I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And I was embarrassed. I was afraid to post it. I was like, oh my gosh, like, they'll see this. He's gonna be like, you're so crazy. but I did it, and it was a 15-second video. I had no makeup on, old clothes, doing dishes, 15 seconds, and it has like over 1 million views. And that was when I was like, this is awesome. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It'll go viral.
Yes. Also, I do want to add, the shorter the video, like I forgot to say that, at 15 seconds to 20 seconds is usually like the cutoff for if people actually like viewing the video the full time on For You page. And so I forgot to add that. That was something that Ashley, she's like my TikTok guru or whatever, but and I've noticed that too, like the shorter the video, especially like if you do like a really short 8-second dance or something, and it doesn't have to, you don't have to do a dance, but you could like use that sound and do something silly or do whatever. People are more inclined to watch it if it's shorter than 20 seconds, unless you're like telling, a story where you need like that time. But that's something else I noticed too.
Cool.
Oh, and I just typed in this married couple on there that I follow who are hilarious. And they probably have like 4 or 5 TikToks a day. And they're always doing either something that's like trending or really, really funny that they make up, like a prank on your spouse. Like when you start talking about Boomer, it made me think of them. And there's like, for couples, if you want to like bring your significant other into it, they have some great ideas on their page that are so funny. They crack me up.
I'm gonna look him up. I'm putting all these people over on the Beatnik page too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna follow them too. Okay, well, anything else you can think of? I think we answered everybody's questions.
Yeah. Also original content. Like if it's just you and your voice and you're talking about something, you don't have to use a sound. You can really treat TikTok like it's Instagram stories, like that, and because Instagram stories is where we can get a little messy. Like it's not our feed, it's not our immediate feed, it's our story where you can go behind the scenes. And so it doesn't have to be a sound, but if you want to talk on there too and tell a story or just be silly or whatever, or something funny is happening in your house or whatever, and you want to record it, like those things, original content that you make your own, those do really well as well. So it doesn't always have to be something that's trending. Like don't be afraid to just like be you without the sound. You can use the sound too, but you can like be you without it too.
Cool. All right. Well, learned a lot. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for like just giving your tips and whatnot. I mean, I feel like the more, because I do feel like it's going to eventually go that direction, just like Facebook went to Instagram and Instagram is TikTok, and it's just going to keep evolving, especially with younger generations. So just trying to keep up with it all is a lot. So anybody that can share like what they did, I appreciate you just like taking the time out of your night to give us tips so that hopefully we can all be TikTok famous.
Yeah.
That's what Wesley wants. That's all she wants in life. I'm like, girl, you're private and like no one's ever going to give you a like, but think what you want. Yeah, she loves it, but it's fun. You can be yourself, and you can also like portray some, you can act a little bit, like you can just be whatever. I love it. Okay. Well, I'm going to make